One, two, one, two. Welcome to the show, man. Hi. Welcome back to July. We made it to July. You're breathing your breath fast. Yeah. So here we go. With you. I'd like to welcome you all to the show. And I'm host Chief Romeo. And on this day, we're gonna learn a few things about all the energies and moons of this month, July. And yeah, I hope you're gonna enjoy and take something of value with you. So, in this presentation, I shall produce the understanding we have on the different phases of the moon and types of energy coming through. So, starting with the first of this month, which is today, Saturday, and well, today we have in Venus and Mars flying through the sky on this Saturday, and very two opposing principalities or luminary bodies with two totally opposing vibes. The one is warlike, strong, rough, rustic, perfectionist, doubting, fighting, alienating, and the other one is Venus, which is slow, sensual, sweet, spoken, diplomatic, manipulative, and romantic. So actually, like these principles we have here of these luminaries Saturday, which is a very, very predominant energy in this world, and very wise energy also coming through, and one of the masculine, patriarchal, if you may, energies with Mars, along with Mars, right? And Saturday is number 8. So starting with the 1st of July and full moon, we're having a direct full moon on this the beginning of this month, which was named after Julius Caesar and is perfect time for divination, dream work, meditation, spiritual goals. In July, the energies of a more calmer nature, more relaxed, ideal for success and prosperity spells. Why exactly prosperity spells? I shall explain further during the class or presentation, if you may. And we are still in Cancer until the 22nd of July, right? And here we have some traits of the Cancer directly, right? Some positive traits, some negative traits. I'm always feeling too overly sensitive myself, but especially on this zodiac sign, this might be the energy also we might be feeling. And want to keep in mind during this presentation that it's the Cancer vibe until the 22nd of July, where we're going to switch into Leo. And starting with a full moon, which is best for harvest, celebration, recharging your crystals, cleaning these crystals, healing, divination. The energy is high, coming through very strong, very potent. Without the moon, we would have no life on Earth. The moon transmutes the energy of the sun for the plants, for ourselves. It helps with the digestive processes. It is associated to the loving and nourishing properties. And the moon is known as the lord of the herbs and medical plants, for example. The plants grow especially well on the full moon. They love the sun, moonlight, right? And they grow, unfold as fast as on a new moon, for example. So, leaving the super full buck moon on the 3rd of July, 1 week into the month, the moon is waning as it's passing near to Saturn. And Saturn is the great grandfather, the wise, malefic, servant like, laborious, struggling, and suffering planet. And mainly it's a gas giant with prominent ring system. Everybody knows Lord of the Rings. And the moon energy is queen like, royal, attractive, ever changing, and delicate. And on the 7th of July, which is a Friday, after a long, strong a week, as we call it here on Earth, you might find some passion, reignition of passion, of passion on what you're working upon, on your projects, on your relationships, and you might look into yourself and reflect and think about the growth and what one might be grateful for. So, as you can see, I added some spiritual animals, and these are the corresponding animals of the day. These are the animals flying through space, predominantly to kind of anchor our consciousness and to kind of use as a focal point to navigate through the time of the day. And yeah, so on this day we have a kind of encounter with Saturn, and Saturn is known for organizational stuff. So you might have a high inclination of maybe, reflecting, doing all that administrative stuff, power and order, this Saturn. And July, where Mars is passing near Regulus on a Monday. Here we have the last quarter on the 10th of July, and it's time to kind of realign and clutter the house. Do spirit cleanse and let go. Do some banishment spells, right? And as we continue with the waning crescent, which is good for mutation, surrender, looking back on failure and successes to repeat again, to learn from our mistakes. On this Tuesday, which I have a depiction of all the animals that may guide as a totem, as a guardian, if you may, as a spirit animal, if you may, of self during this time. We have moon passing next to Jupiter, and the moon energy, the delicate energy of the moon, which is loving and nourishing, passes through Jupiter, who is the wise counselor, friendly, self-centered, and disciplined, the king of all gods, they say. Yeah. And Jupiter is also known for its rejuvenating energy. And yes, so as we continue, this is all on the 11th of June. So this is already like the second week into the month of July. And here on the 13th, we're going to be passing near the Planetians, our Nordic celestial family, from whom it has been known for a long time for the advancement in technology, knowledge, and also spiritual teachings. Here we have a depiction of the Pleiades star system, a very popular Electra, for example, and Atlas, Pleione. These are the Titans. And also the Pleiadians are known for the height. This is how they're described as Nordic beings, if you may, and this has been known for a long time that they're out there. If you feel like the 13th of July is a good opportunity through the gates of communication of Mercury to communicate perhaps with other aspect of self and to channel the wisdom of self through space and time into this dimension, and maybe it may guide you. And if you have any insights or illuminations, feel free to share with me, to share with us all. On the 14th of July, which is a Thursday, Mercury, which is the smallest planet in our solar system, and associated with quick response, changeable character, ready wit, and restlessness, also known as the planet of intelligence for speech, communication, and education, is passing near Beehive, a dense cluster approximately 515 light years away, also known so eloquently portrayed by the Greek as the gate of man, and it is said that the souls of newborn beings who come to Earth to experience a lifetime here pass through this gate. And well, on Thursday is the day of Jupiter, and so here we have a kind of correlation between Mercury and Jupiter, which is a very smart energy. So you might want to just dial in, sit back a little, start listening, shut off the thoughts in meditation, and see what wonders life has to share with you.
History and mythology of the Beehive cluster. As early as the 2nd century CE, Ptolemy wrote that the Beehive star cluster was the nebulous mass in the breast of Cancer. In ancient times, people used the cluster as a weather predictor. Pliny said, "If Praesepe is not visible in a clear sky, it is a presage of a violent storm." Galileo had the first telescopic view of the Beehive in 1609. With his paper tube and 2 pieces of glass, he was able to detect 40 stars. Around 1769, Charles Messier added the cluster to his famous catalogue of nebulous objects. Hence the designation M44, the 44th object in Messier's catalogue. The Beehive star cluster was a manger in Greek and Roman mythology. You might notice 2 bright stars on either side of the cluster with your binoculars, or you might see them with the unaided eye in dark skies. These 2 stars are Ocellus Borealis and Ocellus Australis. In star lore, they represent the donkeys that Dionysus and Silenus rode into battle against the Titans.
Man, riding donkeys against Titans into battle. That sounds really, really interesting. I wonder how the scream warrior roar was of those donkeys. I can only imagine what magnificent being the donkey is, indeed. So you may observe this Beehive cluster with a natural eye, actually, just as Galileo did, as he supposedly discovered it first around 44 bright lights, 515 light years away. And very interesting indeed. So this is 2 weeks into July, and on the 16th of July, which is a Sunday, Venus is passing next to Regulus. I tell you, the energy on this day is very noble. It comes from the golden liquid realms, and you will see for yourself if you have the right senses and the right faculties, if you may, and you may tune into your own birthright, which is to be wealthy and abundant, my people. I'll tell you this. And Regulus is an instrument I like to listen to myself. It is known for its vast knowledge, wisdom, wealth, and has been worshipped by kings, priests, shamans alike for centuries. This is how it sounds like. A good aspect I may like to throw into this is Venus, which is the most radiant planet, also known as Aphrodite or Lucifer, is an amplifying planet. It's nature itself. If you go to the Amazonian, you'll find Venusian principles. If you go to, let's say, how do you call this area I don't like in New York, Times Square, you find the Saturnian principle hanging around there, no tree, you know? So this is like a little bit of a hint of how you can understand these energies, right? Another thing is here we have Leo, because we're going into Leo now on the 22nd, but this is where Regulus is located, right? And here a little bit of facts about the bluish white heart of the lion, as they call it. Um, yeah, very interesting celestial body indeed. And on the 17th of July, we have new moon already. This is like second week of July, right? It's on a Monday. Monday and new moon is very good time to do a reset also, clean state, starting afresh, kind of reflecting on the past, what has happened the last two cycles, right? Those are two strongs that have passed until then. And you might want to refreshen your path, your focus, your projection with new moon rituals, right? Setting new intentions, getting that spouse, getting that car, getting that penthouse, whatever it is that you desire, building the community, you know, getting off grid. It might be many different things, but whatever it may be, this is the right time to do this. Cleansing the space, burning some Palo Santo, cleaning the house, just doing some cleaning, uncluttering, visualization, being in the moonlight when the moon when doing moon bathing even is good. Now in this time there's no light at all, and it's going to be beautiful. Also setting intention, self-reflection, and tarot cards can be good if you're into this type of things. Well, proceeding to the end of the month, as we transition into Leo from Cancer, July the 19th, moon passes near Mercury. Nothing spectacular. It's just that you might want to watch your thoughts. It could be a little bit fluctuating, high energies, intense energies that are being cleansed also from the planet during this time. There's a lot of heat, there's a lot of anger in the air also because of the fire element, right? And yeah, you may just want to try and take a step back, listen to self, tune to the love and nourishing principles of the moon, and listen to the wise and communicating, intelligence of Mercury. So as we proceed here, we have also kind of the energies that are being portrayed here, as for example Venus and Mercury, right? And this is something you want to pay attention to. Also, here we have the shift. The alignment of Mercury, Venus, and Mars is in Leo. This alignment constellation of Leo may bring a boost of new energy and confidence. So we're starting into a new waxing moon phase from here on. Already on the 25th, we have first quarter, and it's passing near to Speaker, which is also abundance portal. And the people may feel inspired to express themselves creatively, assertively, and there should be a sense of passion and determination, encouragement for the individuals to pursue desires, take action. And this is the influence of Leo, which can also ignite a sense of leadership and self-assuredness. But also with one side of the pole, there comes the other side of the pole, and there might be a lot of, in terms of distractions going on. You might be having a lot of arrogance, domineering, self-centered, egoistic, dramatic, stubborn, and attention-seeking energies, right? So it's best to kind of know about this, to anticipate the energy and to balance it out, right? Okay, coming to the last part of the month, which is here, Speaker. Real quick, listening to the attunement of Speaker. I really love to listen to this attunement. It sounds really amazing. I can literally feel the energy when I listen to this. Yeah, there are many different portals through the speaker system, and these systems are within us, and they're through the organs. And the speaker attunement helps to kind of rejuvenate and regenerate the organs and also the wealth body, and anything we usually manifest comes through this portals. Listen how crazy it sounds, man. Listen how crazy it sounds. Anyways, so there's also some asteroids pulling by, and these are small particles, usually not very big, and as they pass through the Earth's atmosphere, they burn up and they create these bright streaks of light in the sky. Watching this is a very cool phenomena. If you have never seen it, I can only urge you to go outside where it's very dark, and obviously during the specific dates, and the conditions must be of a clear sky and whatnot, and you'll have a great experience. So thank you for joining me, Chief Kunter von Cosmic Energy Journal, and hope to hear from you soon. I hope you enjoyed and learned something. Have a great day.